All right. All right, so thank you everybody for being here. And Jonah is just today joining our little group. So who would like to tell Jonah what we've been doing the last two sessions?
We've been talking about college.
Yeah, college
A
and
little louder
why
so
it's
they can hear.
important.
Your dream job, your what's getting in the way for you to gain education and whatnot, financials.
Yeah.
Speak louder. So, because everything you say is really good, but it's hard for them. Okay, so that's what we've been doing, just basically brainstorming, all
Okay.
right? Okay.
All right.
Because I'm hoping that this will incite you or motivate you guys to pursue your education or career. For some of you, it may be college. For some of you, it may be, getting a job, continuing in your profession. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'd like to get started today with a little warm-up activity, which would be for you guys to read the favorite quotes that you selected earlier. And if you can read it out loud enough so we can hear it. All right, who would like to start?
Me.
Yes.
Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Education is what remains after one has forgotten what one has learned in school. That is true.
Man.
Why is that? Why do you say that that's true?
I don't know.
Okay, but you like those quotes?
It makes
Yeah.
sense to her.
Yeah? Okay. All right, next.
Already mine.
Okay, go ahead.
Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Nelson Mandela. You are always a student, never a master. You have to keep moving forward.
Mhm.
Conrad.
All right.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What about that makes sense to you?
Where you're always a student, never a master. You have to keep moving forward. You learn something new every day.
Mhm.
You're always learning.
Yeah.
So.
Mhm. Okay. All right, next.
First one. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. Aristotle. Yeah, that's good. Next one. Learning is not obtained by chance. It must be sought for with ardor and diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Abigail Adams.
So what do those tell you?
The first one, the roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. So, might not be easy, but the outcome is great. Learning is not obtained by chance, but must be sought with diligence. So, you gotta work hard for that.
Yes. So it's interesting that the two that you picked are very similar. They're
Mhm.
kind of saying the same
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if you realized it or
Yeah,
something.
no, that's why I chose it kind
Okay.
of.
Good. All right.
Okay. My first one says education is the movement from darkness to light. And then my second one says music is the movement of sound to reach the soul for the education of its virtue.
Okay.
The first one to me is like, you don't have education, you're just trying to go on with life without it. It's harder to find a purpose, but when you have education and you work hard towards something, you can find a little bit of purpose and enjoyment in life, or something you're into.
Yeah.
And I've learned that well because for a couple years I stopped going to school and I was just going day by day.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in a dark place, but when I started this
Yeah.
and putting it at my all, I found out I was pretty good at something. So
Mhm.
it's pretty cool.
Oh, okay, good. So it gives you a purpose.
Yeah, and it gives me some that I have some value in this world, that I have not just a nobody, that I can fit into society.
That's good.
That was deep.
Yes. Huh?
Oh, that was deep.
Yes, it was. I hope that's on camera.
I think so.
I think so.
The first one is develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow. The other one is early childhood education is the key to the betterment of society.
Of society?
Society.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's why it's important to choose a career that you like right?
Yeah.
That matters to you because it motivates you to continue to go to that job or perform, right? That quote reminds me of teachers, elementary school teachers, kindergarten teachers, because that's where you're teaching little ones. And if you're doing something that you're passionate about, like elementary school teachers, how many of you remember your maybe preschool teacher? Or things about that class that you made it memorable, all right? So that's why, yeah, because imagine you have somebody who doesn't like what they do,
Yeah.
like the teacher you were just telling me about, and the
Yeah.
professor, right? It-
Traumatizing.
Yeah, especially when you're young, especially when you're young, so it's very important. Okay, good, good. Everybody read their quote? Yes, okay. So, the next thing, and then earlier today, we did the exercise about college, right, classes, which classes to take, you have a worksheet. Does anyone want to say anything about that? Did you learn anything new?
Yeah, well, I already know this, but
Yeah.
these are very, very helpful.
Mhm.
Because it just gives you the outline not only of the classes you need to take, but how many units you need to get.
Yeah,
It's kind of like a guide.
Yeah,
So
it's
you
a
can
perfect
go off of
guide, yeah.
Have you ever seen something like that before from your college
I have,
counselors?
probably once or twice. It's kind of hard to find. So
Mhm.
counselors would probably be the
Mhm.
best way to get this.
Right, yes, yeah. Okay, good, I'm glad. Anybody else? Did you learn anything either for you or for somebody in your family?
The majority of us want to do our socials and science.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Well, we are in a higher teaching,
Yes.
which is
Uh-huh. And one thing I like to discuss this with classes about college, how to enroll, is maybe for you, right? Because you're going to continue with your education, but also so you can help people, friends, people in your family, nephews, nieces, kids if you have them. Because over the years I've been working with students, and sometimes I think that's lacking guidance. Right? Your parents can't tell you or can't help you how to enroll in classes, how the system works, right? So I'm hoping that we can take this and help ourselves with it, or also help somebody in your family. Okay?
Yeah. I don't know,
Yeah.
my parents never went to college, so I had to figure it out on my own. They just said, hey, figure it out, and go do it.
go to college.
Yeah, work in college and then you can live here.
That was it.
That's it. They said, good luck, I'll pay for your first semester, but your second one you gotta pay for, and you gotta work and go to school, or you get kicked out. That's how it was. That's how it
That's
is.
usually how it is, yeah.
Yeah.
You get kicked out, or either you work or
Work, go to school, no, both. at the
Uh-huh,
same time.
and go to school.
So I had a job, went to college for a while. I didn't know what I was taking. I was just taking random classes. But yeah, that's how it was in my house. Or
Mhm.
it still is.
Sounds kind of very
Harsh?
reality,
Oh,
right?
no, yeah.
Especially out of high school.
It's real, yeah. I mean, once I got my car, I said, go get a
It's
job.
your responsibility.
I was like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
I didn't even graduate yet. So I was like, what's happening?
So from living at home in during high school, right? You're given those instructions,
Yes.
like go do this. How were you able to work with that, do you think?
I was nervous, I never filled out anything before in my life, I had to do it on my own because, no one was there to help me. And for me being in a wheelchair, it was hard to find a job, but I found one that accepts a lot of people. And I wasn't liking how I was being treated there, so I decided to just keep going to school and finding something that I was proud of. It worked out.
Do you think the experiences you dealt with have actually helped you mature more?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a eye opener. And at first I was immature about it. I didn't like it, hated going. I always called in sick, but after getting, working so many hours a week and getting that very big first paycheck that I ever got, that motivated me to want to keep going. And then motivated me to want to go back to school and make more money and, living a better life and,
Less hours, more money.
exactly.
And less hours, more money.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
That makes sense with his quote where, like, before education brings darkness and once. I think in like the way I understood it, there's more opportunities for you. So like going to school. But it's true. You could work part time. You can make like $40 an hour. You'll make more than even more than you're doing full time. You know, even like 6 days a week. So that makes sense. And especially if you don't like your job, it's kind of miserable.
Right, yeah, which is important too. Money's important because we need to pay our bills, but you also, it's good for you,
To enjoy
your
it.
morale, to enjoy what you're doing. Okay. So that's why this exploration time for you is good. Finding out whether you like working in the pharmacy or you don't, right, Erin?
Oh yeah.
Important, but it's a stepping stone. I think even Erin said that, it was a stepping stone.
Because you learn a lot of little things.
Yeah, and I learn something every day. I know a lot more than the average person about pharmacy. It may not click to you, but when you're out there, you know more about what you're doing here, opposed to someone that's never done it before. And you tell them little tricks and stuff. Explain how everything works, and it's cool.
Right, yeah. So do you find a big difference from the time when you first started the class till now?
Definitely.
You do,
Oh, yeah.
definitely? Growth in which ways?
Well, now that we're done with the externship, we could add that to our resume.
Mhm.
That gives us a chance to get more hired other jobs.
And you saw the people that you were working with in the pharmacy? Some you liked, some you didn't, right? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's all interesting.
It's interesting?
Very interesting. The people, the environment. I mean, to me, feeling needed like Walgreens. I couldn't stand it, but I was just feeling. CVS was like 1,000 times hectic, but I loved it.
Yeah,
You know, so
yeah.
It's weird.
So that may tell you something about what you, or where you're happier with,
Yeah.
right? There's a-
Chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you discovered that because you're a very energetic person,
Yeah.
right? You
I-
kind of, because you,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you want to go towards what calls you, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because otherwise, if you're working at Walgreens, would you be happy?
No,
You already know that.
I already know that. Yeah.
Okay, so it's good to realize that, acknowledge that. All right. And, good. Anything else you guys want to say? You know, one thing I think everybody had this in common, based on the comment, what you were saying is, I think it started with Alexia. Most of us, your quotes, work, ardor, right? Diligence, persistence, right? Do you see all these people you work with right now in the pharmacy? They're making $8,000 a month in a paycheck. But it took a while to get there. Hard work, diligence, right? Okay? So, we only see the what in these people? The tip of the iceberg, yes. There you go. Have any of you seen this before?
I have. Well,
You have.
and there's extra too that I see at the bottom.
There's different, but this is just one that I thought that I kind of like. There you go, one for each. Okay. And let me give you one, Erin, just so you
Oh,
can see
yeah.
what we're doing. So analyze this. Look at this, analyze it.
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
All the things you have to sacrifice to get there.
Yes. Examples. What do you have to sacrifice?
Friends.
Friend?
Like
How is
time.
that?
You can't just always be playing and hanging out
Good
with
free
friends
time.
all the time. Yeah.
I feel like they just gonna bring you down.
They're gonna bring you down, you think?
oh yeah.
Why?
Or they
why
don't
do
take you
think- why do they
serious.
bring you down?
Just with me, like, I get lazy. Like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to go chill. They want to do something. I want to get turned up too.
So if your friend calls you and they're like, let's go watch a movie.
I'm going to watch a movie.
Put down the bookwork.
Even if it means you have a test the next day, you come back at 2 a.m. in the morning,
They're like, you can do it. Just bring it with you.
and then what do you do?
I'll bring it with you. Like,
Nah, you guys are giving bad examples. Like my friends, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but they're all into drugs and stuff like that. And whatever. We all do
that's a good
mistakes. We all
example.
exactly. Right now, they're doing the same thing, and they're just sitting there trying to get that high going on, and you know, some of them are having kids and they're younger than me,
Yeah.
and they're still living at their mom's house, and they're, you know, like, and I'm trying to get a better life, move on. So I dropped all of them. I don't talk to any of them anymore. I'm doing me, tunnel vision, and you know, it's working out for me. And you know, I don't call them anymore. I try to see my goal and where I want to be, and those type of friends are not where I want to be,
Right.
and
Yeah.
they're not in my plan of life.
Yeah.
That's how, you know.
I still have friends and everything, but it's just we're focused on us.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to school, we're working full time, they're doing them, and even though we don't talk so much anymore, we're still friends.
Yeah.
But so we gotta stay focused.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta choose those friends.
Uh-huh. It's about choices that you make, right? They're making those choices for themselves, and you're making a different choice, because in the end, whose life matters? Yeah. And time is passing by no matter what. No
Very
matter what
fast.
you're doing. Those friends that are doing drugs, in 2 years, 3 years, where are they gonna be? Maybe.
Well,
place.
straight,
Yes.
you know,
Uh-huh.
Same place or worse.
And then, and for you guys that are actually doing something with your lives, time is still going by, right?
Oh, yeah.
You can just stay home and watch TV and play games. In a few years, you're gonna be 30. Time's gonna fly by no matter who we are. That's the one, what do they say? That's the one resource that we can't control, and we have a limited amount of time, right? Yeah, because in no time,
Immortal. Yes.
immortal. I wish, like a vampire, right? Yes, okay. So it's all about hard work and making choices, because it's true. You can just get distracted, watch TV all day, and not do the work for school, and then you fail, right? Okay. And also, if you can relate it to the people that you guys have worked with in the pharmacy, what do they talk about?
Go to school.
Well, what was it? Aaron, what was your pharmacy manager's name?
Which one? Tech?
Tech. He talked about what? Going to Vegas.
Oh yeah, he went to Italy,
Going to
Paris,
Italy.
and all that.
Ah.
And I don't know if you guys, any of your pharmacists talked about that?
Going on
Vacation.
vacations every
Houses.
week.
Oh yeah, baby.
Cars.
You're bad.
What's his name? Galen has a Porsche. The last car he had was a Porsche. Now he has a Porsche, right? And sometimes you have pharmacists. So we only see the what?
Success.
Yeah.
The tip of the iceberg, what you see on the surface, right? But these people that now are enjoying their lives, making a lot of money, what did they have to give up?
Stress.
What did it take to get
A lot
there?
of stress.
It's crazy. Retta is not even from this country, didn't speak English or anything. And we started at, we
Sacrifice
got here at
family.
23.
Who's this?
Retta, we got into this country at 23, not even starting school yet. So, and he's
Yeah.
been a pharmacist for what, over 20
Yeah,
years?
his whole life, yeah.
Yeah, so it is